we have Mr. Wise in the back there. He's our treasurer, so anything money related, that's your guy over there in the back, okay? All right, so we wanted to have and this goes for all our parents. We are recording this, so in case you guys miss something or it's too much information, because we know it's a lot of information, especially for our new parents and new families, you will have the opportunity to go back and review the recording. First off, on behalf of all the board and all our leaders that volunteer here, thank you for your support, for entrusting your girls into our program. We ask that all of you keep Miss Carolyn Parker. She is our troop coordinator. Keep her in your prayers. She is still recovering from an injury, and it's going to take a while for her to get back with us in the group. So please make sure that you keep her in her prayers, in your prayers. All right. Okay. So AG is a faith-based organization that we teach our girls. One of the goals is to turn them into women with integrity, right? Make sure that they love to service, that they enjoy that part of the troop, which I think is what makes our troop special, is that service, and do it with love and making sure that we're giving that support to the community. Also, we include the outdoors. There is an outdoor program, especially for our pioneers and our patriots, which is our older girls, ladies, and of course, we make sure that they know how to honor God, honor our country, and without your support and without the support of the parents, we can't get this program going. So it is a program that is based on volunteering, right? And all of us are volunteering our time here, whether we have a child here or don't have a child here. And that's how the program can grow, right? Is based on volunteer work. Our girls go from the ages of 5 to 18 years old. There's 5 units that are broken down by age. So once they hit the age, 5-year-olds, they are pathfinders. So the 5-year-olds, once they hit their 6-year-old, then they go into the tender heart group. So as they age, they go moving up into the different units according to their age group. Your tender hearts are the girls that are from 6 to 8 years old. Your explorers will be your 9-year-olds to 11-year-olds. Your pioneers will be 12 and 11. 12 and 13. 12 and 13, and then everyone above the 14-year mark until 18, they're all patriots. Those are the ones with the red shirts. Okay. Each unit, and we'll call them units, they'll have a specific amount of requirements for them to be able to meet every year, especially if they're leveling up or they want to. Again, level awards are not a mandatory for the girls, but is very good that if the girl does all the job and meets all the requirement, we recognize them with their level awards. So it's important that when you guys, especially the new parents, when you get your books and you start going through the books, you'll see that everything is spelled out in those books. Whether if it's a Tender Heart or Explorer book, or if it's a Pioneer and Patriot book, everything is spelled out. Level awards are spelled out there. How you put your uniforms, where you put the things and devices in the uniforms are all very specific in those books, including their badge work and what requirements they need. So I would recommend that you as parents go through the book, go through it, and if you have questions along the line, then that's when you come and say, hey, what about this? Well, I read this in the booklet and I don't understand what that means. And we'll be happy to reach out and answer those questions for you guys. One of the things that we want to make sure that the girls meet is their service hours. hours. As a troop, we do provide some projects, and we try to do 3 service projects as a troop wide for the girls to earn those service hours. But it might be that your daughter might have to do something else in addition to, because as they move up in years, as they get older, the amount of hours that they have to meet for minimum or the minimum requirement per year will increase. So for example, Pathfinders, they only have to do 2.5 hours of service. So that is going to a Veterans Parade, attending to that, to the Veterans Parade, boom, you got your 2.5 hours. For our Tender Hearts, it's 5 hours per year. So again, going to different, throughout the year, we have the Veterans Parade, we have the National Day of Service is coming up. That's another 2 hours of, 1 or 2 hours of service that they earn. So when they attend those activities, they'll get credit for those hours. The Explorers are 10 hours per year. So if you have an Explorer, it's 10 hours. That is the minimum to be able to move up, is what's required. They can do as many as they want. We have Patriots that will earn up to 100 a year. So they can do as many hours if they're active at church or they're doing stuff for the community. That all of that counts. And if you are not sure if something counts for service, just ask us, and we'll be happy to say yay or nay, or present another alternative. I don't know. Our pioneers do 15 hours of service, and our Patriots, which is our older girls, they do 20. So when they earn, say Tender Heart earns 5 hours, at the end of the year, they'll get their star. They'll get whatever color their star is. And that, when you see the stars in their vest or in their sash, and you see someone with a bunch of stars, you know, it's a lot of work that they put in, because each star will be whatever is the max for that year. So for example, I have a Patriot, she's 20 hours. If she has like 20 stars on her sash, then that's whatever it is. 20 times 20, 400 hours, I don't know. I can't do math at this time. Okay, also the girls need to meet an extra curriculum activity per year, so the minimum is at least one they can participate. Those are like your Christmas parties, or your, sometimes we do snowball fights or swim parties, or it's something that is in addition to help them bond as friends and groups and troops and units. So the minimum is 1 per year for the ladies. That is recommended. Let's see, they will be completing badge work. They will be completing badge work in their units. So each unit, each teacher or leader will have a set of badges that they're going to complete throughout the year. It could be 2, it could be 3. It just depends on how quickly they can get it done. The younger ladies are much more simpler. They're easier to meet those requirements. As they go into the Pioneers and the Patriots, it does get more complex. It's a lot of requirements, a lot of work. So it's probably the same badges as the Tender Hearts and the Explorers, but each level gets added more and more until it's very, very comprehensive and very complex. So ladies that are pipas that are doing those badges and they're doing cake decorating, it's probably a lot of things. They have to go to bakeries, and they have to do a 2-tier cake with all these fondant stuff on it and decorations. So it's a lot of skills that they get to learn, which is exciting for the girls, but it's also know that it is a lot of work for them. We try as much as we can to meet badges for them. The older ladies will decide their badges, so the Pioneers and Patriots, their leaders, and we'll get together with the girls, and they will decide what are we going to work on this year. For the younger ladies, the leaders already have something in mind. They try to balance everything out so that depending if they're new girls, then we're focusing on getting them their joining award and making sure that they know their creed, they know their oath, they know how to put their uniforms, they know about the flags, etc. So all of that is what most of the leaders will be working on during the first couple of months. What I recommend you as a parent is to reach out to your unit leaders and make sure that you know and usually they will communicate to you guys what badges they're working on. But if you don't hear anything or you haven't seen anything, just shoot them a message and they'll respond pretty quickly. Usually it takes about, by the end of September, they should know what badges they're working on. And the reason I say this is because you at home can work on badges independently. So if your daughter is passionate about pets, then you do a pet care badge with them. Most parents are homeschooling, so there's a lot of requirements that you probably are doing in your curriculum at school that do meet the requirements of a lot of the badges, especially in the science section and the history section. So it is important that you kind of look over and see in the book, okay, she's studying U.S. history, let's see, United States history, let me see what can I mark off and prove to our leaders that we did. And then at some point during close to November to December, we start asking, hey, if you did an independent badge at home, then bring the stuff in so they can show their teachers. So what I like to do is I like my daughter to go ahead and she documents everything she does. If it's a recording, if it's a video, if it's whatever it is that they're doing, we make documentation of it and then present it to her teacher, and they earn it, and everybody's happy. All right. The girls also, when they're leveling up, and when I say leveling up, is going from a tenderheart to an explorer, from an explorer to a pioneer, from a pioneer to a patriot. There's level awards with those leveling up. So as they level up, they have to do a board of review. And a board of review is members of the board and of the leaders. They get together, and parents can also participate of these boards of review. You are more than welcome to be present. You can't be in your child's board of review, but you can definitely sign up to be in the board of review of another child. And this is where we help them develop those skills of interviewing, because it's just like a job interview. We're asking them, what do you like about AG, and what is your favorite badge, and what service project do you think you like, and why do you come to AG? And it is very amazing to listen to the girls, even the smaller ones to the oldest one, to listen to what they answer, that you go like, oh, I'm ashamed. So if you have the opportunity, I would highly recommend that you sign up for one or two, because it's an eye opener, and then you have a bigger scope. Oh, this program is doing an impact to these girls, and it is amazing how God works in our daughters. Parent commitment. So again, as I said in the beginning, we are a volunteer troop. We can't do this without volunteers. And you might see all the leaders volunteering and everything, but they're tied up in preparing their program for our daughters, right? And they have their programs already set up for them. But sometimes the girls need to go to the bathroom, or they need to be accompanied. Girls cannot wander around because we're all a safe environment, right? And we want to make sure that our daughters are safe. So there's a lot of opportunity for our parents to help with either setting up or cleaning up or being in the events, because sometimes if we have 60 girls in an event and there's only like 3 of us, we can't really run an event like that, right? So it's important that you guys are involved in the program that your daughters are doing. They get very excited when the parents are involved as well. So it's important that they see us be involved. We are not a drop-off program, as we mentioned before, but if there is a scenario, and we know that a lot of things happen, right? There are scenarios, I don't know, an accident, I ended up in the hospital. A lot of things can happen to us, right, on a daily basis. It's important that you communicate that to us, to the board, or to any board member, so that we can go ahead and review it as a board and then present, and we talk about it and we pray about it. So it's important that that communication is established. We are asking that the parents, at least one of the parents be an adult register member for your daughters. And why is this? Well, if you want to be stay within the meetings and participate with them or go to the events, you have to be a registered adult. We cannot have members that are not registered going to a Christmas party or going to a service project, because we have to make sure that our girls are safe, right? And we have the proper leadership. So that's why we ask that the families, at least one member is registered. We also say we have a camp coming up in the fall, in October. So it's a 3-day weekend or a 2-day weekend, whatever, 2-night weekend. You want to go, because you're not going to send your little 6-year-old or 7-year-old by herself, right? You want to be there with her. You have to be an adult registered member in order to attend. So just keep that in the back of your mind. If you haven't registered, make sure you get into ASG family to register. And once you register as an adult, you can register the rest of your family, daughters that you have, and if you want to register your spouse as well, then you can do that as well. Again, we know that a lot of things might happen to us in the course of the year. Just make sure that communication that there's a communication happening with us and with the board, so we know what's going on and we're not assuming. We don't like going by assumptions. Assuming, I've been in the career of leadership for many years, and assuming is bad. Very bad. So, opportunities, and you might be asking, what can I do? What can I volunteer for? We have in that table in the back, there's a bunch of opportunity sign up list. So maybe you can stay with us and clean to help pick up at 8:45, and you come and you sign yourself up for, I'm going to be cleaning up and helping you guys tidy up the place while we wait for the pioneers and the pagers to leave, right? Or I can come and help you set up, or I can be in this event and help you set up, or so there bathroom monitors, being in the rooms with the leaders and helping, just keeping everybody in control. Tender hearts. There are a lot of tender hearts, so having that extra set of parents there to help with the girls is awesome. It's a relief, I know, for all the leaders, and I saw the explorers. They're like a bunch too. They're a lot. All right, so those opportunities for you to sign up. Just make sure once we're done, you just go and go around and see what best fits your scenario, okay? Communication, we have 3 types of communication. The main one is Discord. If you haven't signed up for Discord platform, talk to Jared or Carolyn, because I can't sign you up. The parents, at least one of the parents, need to be in Discord. This is where we communicate all of our events, anything that we need to communicate, we do it through that platform. It is a little bit complicated to navigate and confusing. So next week, we will have, is it you, Jared?
It'll either be myself or Carolyn.
Yeah, it will be Jared or Carolyn will be teaching about how to navigate and understand Discord, because it does take a little bit to understand. Once you understand it, you go like, oh, okay, this is what I need to focus on. So it's important. You can message their leaders through there as well. And ask whatever questions, depending on what the question. If it's uniforms or something about where do I put this badge or patch, where does it go? You can go to the advancement chat and ask a question. Maybe 10 others have the same exact question of where to put it. So we communicate through Discord. Occasionally we will send emails out depending on the activity or just as a reminder for you guys. We do email and text messages. So say you go to camp with us and there's a big group, they're gonna do a group chat, make sure all the parents and the leaders that are attending that camp are receiving the same messages and nobody gets lost. Everybody is accountable. So, what else? Uniforms. Uniforms, we have two types of uniforms. So it's a Class A uniform, is the one that has the polo shirt with the blue bottoms or the khaki bottoms, and with the sash or the vest, depending on what unit they are. If you're a new family and you need uniforms, you need to go into an AHG family, and there's a link to the store, and there's bundles that comes with the book, the sash, the vest, the what?
The paperwork I need.
And it's in the paperwork that you probably already have. So the Class B uniforms is the t-shirt. So we tend to do a new t-shirt every year for the troop, and it's always going to be in accordance with ASG's program theme year. So that this year is all about priceless and pearls and under the sea and looking for that treasure. So those are the themes that the t-shirts for the Class B. So t-shirts are $10 each t-shirt. Each girl needs to have a t-shirt. Adults, if you want a t-shirt, you're welcome to buy one as well. If your siblings and the rest of the family wants a t-shirt, welcome to sign up for them as well. But as a minimum, the girls need to have their Class B uniform. It's usually the t-shirt with the jean. If we say it's Class B, okay, jeans and your class t-shirt, your troop t-shirt. And those probably will get signed up next week, right? Yeah. Let's see. When you order, if you haven't ordered the uniforms yet, they'll ask you for the troop number. We are 0619. So make sure you put those numbers in because those are the numbers that they're going to send you over. So, let's see. Okay. Yearly cost, and if you need to talk to the treasurer, he's in the back. We charge $20 per month for the family. So say you have 4 daughters or 3 daughters, it's not $60, it's $20 for the 3 daughters. So it's per family $20, and that goes into the cost of getting their supplies and there's a lot of things and a lot of supplies. Maybe they need to bring in someone certified for CPR, and we need to pay for those certifications. Those are what a lot of that money that we give for dues are being used for, is for our girls to make sure we have a great experience and great and meet the requirements for a lot of the badges that we do and for the parties, etc. We do have fundraising opportunities throughout the year. So fundraising, we just completed the discount cards where you just take whatever, and they're not mandatory. Fundraising is not mandatory, but if you do fundraising, you can offset the cost of your dues, or maybe pay for if they have an incentive regarding camping fees or the t-shirts, then whatever you sell, part of it will go to whatever incentive you ask for or selected. So every fundraiser will have like a list that will come out and say, okay, if you sell 5 cars, this is this is the incentive for selling 5 cars or 5 REITs or whatever it is that we're doing. Again, not mandatory, but it's a choice that you have as a parent. If you just wanna pay your dues and have nothing to do with fundraising, then you pay your dues and don't have nothing to do with fundraising. But a lot of the fundraising is to offset that cost.
Brandon,
Yes,
I'm trying to remember, it may actually require one fundraiser a year. I'll need to go back and review
Yeah.
that, but I think our handbook has that one fundraiser a year is
Okay.
required, but,
and it should be in the, well, I don't know if we hand out the
we have the we have it posted
Yeah,
online, we'll make sure
okay,
that it's posted
yeah,
online, our
yeah.
troop handbook that has
And
all
we'll
the
correct it
policies,
if
but-
it's one per year, then it's one per year, but,
Yes,
but as I
sorry, I don't mean
understand,
to,
I don't think.
yeah.
The next fundraiser is gonna be in October, that's the first one for this program year, and that's the REITs, correct? Is that the REITs across America that we're
Yes,
doing?
that will
Yeah.
be coming up for this fall.
Alright,
Wait. We also have these papers that you can hand out to family and friends.
okay, so we have these, cool forms. It says sponsor my AG year. Sometimes you'll see different, football teams and whatnot that they have like sponsor my uniform or my soccer year or whatnot. This is what it is kind of what it's mimicking. If you have a tender card, then you select the tender card or the Pathfinders, and there's Pioneers and Patriots over there, and you can post it and send it to your family members. And if they just want to donate, $20, then $20 go to your girl's uniform or to your girl or whatever it is. So, did I explain that correctly?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of sponsor your
Yeah.
girl type of thing, so if you wanna put it on social media or anything like that,
Right.
it's just a tool that you're welcome to use
Yes.
to help pay for your
So-
your uniform and those types of things.
And if you want it, it's in their bucket over here, and you can pick that up at your own leisure.
Okay, you guys probably already got all the forms that are required. Every year we have to fill out the same forms, for each girl. So you should have a behavior agreement for adults and for the girls. Medical forms, be mindful that that has to be signed by a healthcare provider. So if you need to get in contact with your provider, they already had a wellness, whatever appointment, they might be able to just fill it out and have it available for you. Depending on the provider, some will charge, so just FYI. The high adventure form is for our Pioneer and our Patriots if they're doing, rock climbing, or they're doing hiking, or they're doing like more strenuous activities, then that's the form they need to fill out. That is also require a medical, healthcare professional to sign off on that one. Parent handbook form you should have, the meeting permission slips, and the girls will require to do a swim test every year. We have this Sunday is our pool party. We are inviting all our new families to attend. You are welcome to attend. But if you haven't done the swim test, if your daughters haven't done the swim test, they will have to swim test. If they can swim, great. If they can't, they still have to do a test to mark them whether they're red, yellow, or green. So depending on what they're marked, right?
Yes.
What they score, evaluated, then that's the area they're confined to.
And if
right?
you know that your daughter is not a swimmer, then they are in a life vest anytime they're in the water, and they cannot go any deeper than what they can walk.
So it's next Sunday, 7:30 to 9:30, and it's in the TTU leisure pool.
And if it's raining, we'll be inside. If it's not raining, we'll be outside.
Is it this Sunday or next Sunday?
This Sunday.
This
This,
Sunday.
this,
This upcoming
So,
Sunday.
yes.
alright, let's see. Okay, already said about ASG and the registration fees. Next Thursday, we'll be learning about Discord. So if you wanna stay, to know how to maneuver or navigate that platform, then you are welcome to stay. On the 18th, they will be teaching about ASG family, which is also, it kind of takes a while to get used to. And you also have to learn how to put your service hours in there as well, right? Correct?
If you have a
Yes.
tablet or a laptop, bring it that night.
Yeah, or your phone, it works on the phone too.
Yeah, I don't know the phone, but I'll get you there.
September 13 is National Day of Service, so those details will come up in the next week or so that's our first service project, and we encourage all of our girls to come. For the uniforms, make sure that you have uniforms for you. We wanna make sure that all our girls have their uniforms by October. The joining award is on November, right before Thanksgiving, on the second week of November, and we need the girls to be in there. So, if you have any issues, if you come through crosswords or whatnot that we need to know about, please communicate with any of the board or Mr. Wise in the back. He's the treasurer, and we'll kind of figure out how to help you. Yes. And troop camp is on October 3 to 5. So the first weekend of October is our troop camp. So again, if you want to attend that with your daughter, you need to be a registered adult. It does take some time because all adults get background checks. So make sure that you're putting all those during the registration so that goes and we can get that back on time. Let's see. And for the Pioneers and Pipas, Pioneers and Patriots, they have an invitational at the end of October. Both the camping and the invitational you need to respond in the ASG family, whether you're going or not. So just let us know. All of the calendar activities and meetings are in the ASG family, and you can go, once you select it, you can select whether I might be going, I might not be going, or maybe. So make sure that for the ones that are camping or a National Day of Service, this is how we know how many members are gonna go, and then you can get credit for it in the system, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I'll cover that then.
You should also have the calendar of the year. It's pretty self-explanatory. There is usually the last week of the month is no uniforms, so the girls really like that. So when you see NUN, that's no uniform. If it says fun, it means full uniform. If you have any questions, all the service projects are here, and any days that we don't have meetings are on this calendar as well. Any questions? I know there's a lot of information downloaded to you guys right now. I apologize. Yes.
So when we register, like as a parent registration, and like they have us do background check and everything, how long of a process does that take?
It varies. It's not just a defined timeline. Some of it because National gets a lot of background check requests. The other part of it is I actually do reference checks. And so depends on how quickly those references get back to me and some of those types of things. And so it varies.
Just varies.
It would,
Okay.
yeah, I would say give it at least 3 weeks.
Okay.
But even a month is probably more appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it'll tell you it's pending for your review
It
or something
does,
like
yeah,
that,
you
right?
can kind of watch your progress, when you log back in, you'll see, oh, it's in National's hands, or it's waiting for a charter representative or something like that.
It'll tell you the stages, and then you kind of know, oh, I've been approved, yay. I'm a registered adult, bravo. Any other questions? Again, over here are the forms that if you can have it by next week, that would be awesome. If not, just let us know. I know the medical does take a little bit of time to get those done. So, just keep us posted. Bring the ones that you already filled out, turn them in, and if the medical, whenever you get the medical, those need to be turned in as well. And then there's, for new parents, there's different levels, checklists over here or important information. The sign up for volunteering is in the back table. Every time you bring your child, the child can sign themselves in, but to leave, you have to sign them out. We usually keep, every week we'll have the announcements posted in that table in the back, so what I would recommend, take a picture. I do that all the time because I will forget or will misplace forms, so, that's what I would recommend. Anything I'm missing? Jerry?
Fantastic.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Thank you. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to text us, email us, or just stop us and we will maybe have an answer. If not, we'll find it. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, appreciate it.